Hello, as you can see, this represents the physical side, the physical body, and this represents the spiritual side. And over here, this little symbol in the forehead, it represents the mind's eye. And this represents the spirit. You are not a body. In essence, you are a spirit. And so this little dove represents who you are in essence. And this is the mind's eye. And so, with that being said, everything that you see with your physical eyes was determined by your mind's eye or your spiritual eye. So, the perception, the mindset that is governing your body determines how your physical eyes can see a thing. For example, you can throw a basketball in the center of the floor, and a little kid will say, "It's time for fun." And an adult will say, "Get the ball out of the floor before someone slips and falls." So even though it's the same object with the physical eyes, the mind's eye sees it in a different way. And so the perspective shapes what the physical eye sees. The mind's eye determines what the physical eye sees. And so automatically, spirit is life. You are a life force from God automatically. You emerge from God as automatically as life force. This is not life. This is just the cocoon. And this life force powers the cocoon. So this is life. And so based on how we think, based on the mind's eye, we've taken on another definition of life. And for example, a little girl can say, I want to be like my favorite celebrity when I grow up. And in the physical realm, they see that as a good thing. But in the spiritual realm, that little girl is so in fear that she mimics something else. She mimics something else because it's already accepted. And so the spirit, it's a spirit of fear in this realm on the little girl, but the physical praises being like your favorite celebrity. And so the physical realm is in contrast to the spiritual realm. And so what ends up happening is everything that your mind's eye is open to is of the world, is of the physical world. You call success, what you call love, what you call this. And so as I shade this character in, it's like this is the substance of what your mind's eye is calling love and life. And so with that being said, once your mind's eye take on the things of this world, the things like if I get a physical star on a carpet, then that equals success. And that's not true success. That's not true richness of spirit. And so the physical represents something low in contrast to the spiritual. And so your mind's eye, everything in the physical world has opened your mind's eye. Everything in the physical world has opened your mind's eye to what you are referring to as life. My life is going good. This is happening for me. That is happening for me. This is what I call love. This is what I call this. Everything that you call life in the physical is what your mind's eye is open to. And so, as I told you earlier, the physical world is in contrast to the spirit. So what the world calls good, we judge each other based on physical looks. We judge each other based on physical attributes when we are all one in love in essence. And so in spirit, those are low concepts. And so Your mind's eye is open to something that is not of love. That's why when the NDEers get knocked out of their body, they go into the spirit realm and they meet God in the purest essence. And then they say the love that we felt was not the love over here. And so what ends up happening as you realize the way we're judging people and the things that your mind's eye is open to is low in vibration, as you realize that, you begin to close your mind's eye to those things. You begin to say things such as, the terms that we go by, the terms and conditions are too low in accordance to what God is. In the physical realm, you get to say, I hate my favorite quarterback. I hate that guy. He can't throw. And the world justifies you doing that. And so your mind's eye is open to doing that. That's what you're doing in this life. But in the spiritual realm, it's no football game. It's all energy. So even though you think you're saying you hate your favorite quarterback, that's not of love. But the physical realm justifies it. So your mind's eye is open to some very low vibrational terms. And so the spirit is, in a sense, lying dormant because you have left love, in a sense, and went into a lower variation of the world's version of love. And so as you wake up to this, as you return to what love truly is, it's not about a football game. I love everyone. When you return to love, what your mind's eye was open to, it now closes. What your mind, as you return to love, to what love really is, your mind's eye closes to what the world calls love. And as you do that, I'm going to erase this. The keys of consciousness that govern your body, it's like they are dissolving. And that is equal to a death, in a sense, because the persona that your mind's eye was going by, which was not of pure love, you begin to realize, return to what love is, return to who you are in essence, in accordance to God. And you close your mind's eye, and that energetic persona, it dissolves. The person who you was, so it's equal to dying, in a sense. Your mind's eye blinks. And once it blinks, once you close your eye to what the world calls love, that's equal to a blink. Once it blinks, you open your eye to what love really is in spirit. And that's like a spiritual awakening, because spirit is love. God's spirit in the truest form is love. And so that's all that's happening. That is what a true death is. A true death is closing the mind's eye to what society calls love. And in the blinking of an eye, you will be changed. So when you close the mind's eye, that's like the blinking of an eye. And when you reawaken, you're reawakened to spirit. You have a spiritual awakening. It's like a spiritual death. And this is the true death. It's all about love. You guys know I'm not really in agreement with just speaking about NDEs, because I don't want to give you the milk. I want to give you the cow. It's all about love. It's all about returning to love. And so I hope you guys understand this message. We don't see with our physical eyes. We see with our spiritual eyes. But this world, what this world goes by, is in contrast to love. What this world goes by is in contrast to love. It's in lower vibration. And so that's why we show unconditional love, because if you have conditions, your mind's eye is open. It's not open to the unconditional pure love.